Hey, what's up guys? It's Texuma talking to you here, and finally, today Apple just confirmed the Apple September event. They have sent the invites today, Tuesday, 7th of September, so we can expect this new event to happen 14th of September, next Tuesday. So I'm very excited, and before we go into what's coming on this event, and I will explain you deep of what products should you expect and what new features should you expect for the new iPhone, Apple Watch, iPads, and of course more. So let's see what happens, but before that, roll the intro. So the Apple event was just confirmed and we should expect a lot of new products. But I will divide this video in several categories. The first category is the certain products we will get, and those are the iPhone 13 and the Apple Watch Series 7, and of course I think that the iPad 9 should fit on this category too. We should 100% expect these new products to come on the September event because it's usual and it's almost tradition. So the Apple September event will focus mainly on the iPhone 13. The iPhone 13 is the iPhone coming after the big, huge redesign that was the super cycle iPhone 12. But iPhone 13 will bring a lot of new features, just like 120Hz to the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max, and also always on display. There's also some talks that this new iPhone 13 could feature new colors and, of course, smaller notches, which, in my opinion, are the two biggest changes to this new design, because it will feature the same design as the iPhone 12. The camera modules will be huge, providing bigger cameras even for the smaller size iPhones. So the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 mini will feature the same main camera as the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max, and we should expect this main shooter to increase in size, probably likely to the iPhone 12 Pro Max size. So I think that they will look pretty nice, and I'm very excited to see how these new cameras perform on these new iPhone 13s, which with bigger sizes lenses, we should expect better low light performance and way better photo quality. Of course, it's also 12 megapixels still. Next year will be the jump for 48, but right now we should expect better low light shots and of course portrait video for the camera and ProRes support. These two probably only come on the Pro models, but it will be very exciting to see what happens. They will be powered by the A15 chip, which is a very powerful chip, even more efficient than the A14, and I think I'm very excited to see what happens. I think that this year Apple needs to focus more on the quality of performance. So last year the A14 overheated a lot, my iPhone 12 Pro overheats a lot when I'm playing very intense games or editing a lot of videos and exporting a lot of pictures and videos. So in my opinion they should focus on cooling the iPhone better, but I think that the leaks indicating that Apple is working on a vapor chamber technology only are for the future, not for the iPhone 13. But let's see what happens with the A15. They will probably clock it down, but it will be still the most powerful chip out there, even powerful than all of the Snapdragons and of course the Tensor chip from Google. We have not seen it, but I bet it will be more powerful, the A15 of course, than this Tensor chip. So the iPhone 13, we should expect a lot of things still. I think that 120Hz, always on display, smaller notch, bigger cameras, it's a big upgrade. Instead of changing the design, Apple is changing everything else, so I'm very excited to see what happens with the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro and Pro Max. Then we should see the Apple Watch Series 7. Although it has been rumored that it's going to be late to the party, yesterday there was a rumor that the Apple Watch Series 7 finally is on track, but with limited quantities. So Apple will unveil it, but with very small quantities. With the Apple Watch Series 7, Apple is going to focus on redesigning the watch. We should expect a squared-off design. This design will be, of course, inspired on the iPad Pro 2018 and the iPhone 12's design. I'm very excited to see a different design since the Apple Watch hasn't changed since its launch. I think that since 2014, when Apple Watch was revealed together with the iPhone 6, we haven't seen a different design. Although the screen has increased and the display got a little bit more curved and bigger, we haven't seen a huge redesign like this, and I'm very excited to see what Apple can do with this new fundamental design to the Apple Watch. Also, new leaks were indicating that the Apple Watch will increase in size, and recently it was almost confirmed with new band and Apple Watch bands leaks that indicates that it will come on a 41mm and a 45mm option, so a little bit bigger, which 9to5Mac made renders try to explain and show us how this Apple Watch Series 7 will have a bigger display. And you can see that here the Apple Watch, it will be a bigger jump than we thought, because even though a 0.2 inch jump seems like not that much, when you are using a very small display with 1.8 or 2 inches, you notice that type of jump. So this new Apple Watch Series 7 display will be bigger than we thought. So it's very cool to see. Then we should expect the iPad 9. The iPad 9 is not a fundamental redesign, but it will have a redesign nonetheless. The iPad 9 will feature the 10.5-inch 2017 iPad Pro's design. So the biggest change to the iPad 9 should be an A14 chip, or the A15, and of course, the laminated display. This is a huge deal because the iPad 8 and before had that non-laminated display, which was pretty ugly when compared to the laminated displays on the other iPads. So I'm very excited to see what Apple can do with the $300 iPad. This is the best deal in tech right now, and I recommend to you, everyone who wants an iPad, look to this iPad 9 because a 10.5-inch iPad Pro's like design. It's an amazing design. I loved it, and it was small bezels like you can see here, and the display was very laminated, so it won't have 120 Hz, but it will probably have that iPad 9 design or iPad Air 4 design, not the new one, the before that. So I'm very excited to see what happens. Talking about the iPad Air, in my opinion, it's kind of a wild card. We can see an iPad Air 6 or 5, I don't know what's the number, but I think that with this upgrade, we should only see a cheap upgrade to the A15 to accompany the iPad Mini 6. Talking about the iPad Mini 6, I think that's the biggest wild card. Although leakers has confirmed that the iPad Mini 6 is coming this fall, I think that it will probably have an event on its own, and it will probably launch with the iPad 9. Let's see what happens, but it's a wild card nonetheless, and I think that it will come with a huge redesign. Leaks have confirmed that. A design like the iPad Pro 2018 and the new iPad Air, and I'm very excited to see what Apple can do with a smaller sized iPad with an 8.5-inch display. I think that this new iPad Mini will be an incredible deal because it will only cost $400 to $500, and it will have this new design with USB-C and of course Apple Pencil 2 support. We don't know yet if the Apple Pencil will be redesigned to fit a smaller body or it will cover up the whole side of the iPad Mini. But I'm very excited to see what happens with the iPad Mini 6, and let's see how much it costs and when will it come out. And before we go, I think that the most wild card product to come an event, but I think that it's coming nonetheless, is the AirPods 3. The AirPods 3, in my opinion, and according to leaks too, they are coming at the end of the month on a press release. Because every AirPods until now, excluding the first AirPods, of course, of the launch of the product, were launched on a press release. Even the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max, two different new products on this new lineup. So I think that the AirPods 3 will be no different, and they will come out on a no event but on a press release. If you see it on the Apple September event, that's cool, that's good. It's the first time since 2016 that we've seen an AirPods on a stage, but I think that Tim Cook wants to reserve time for the other products because it will be very huge if they start to launch every single product that it's leaked to come out. The MacBook Pros will only come out on October or November, so don't expect them on this event that has been confirmed by Apple. So finally, before we go, let me tell you, the event image that Apple picks does not reveal a lot, and there's a lot of people speculating about it, but in my opinion, as you can see here, it's just a classic Apple event image. So like, it shows a bit what happens, and it's a bit themed about what will be launched, but it's not, doesn't confirm anything or leaks anything, and do not go deep without that route. You will be very disappointed. But what's your opinions? Which products will you get from these events? Comment them down below. Are you excited? 1 week to go. I'm very excited. I will try to get the iPhone 13 to review. If not, I'm sorry. I will do my in-depth reviews and comparisons without having it, but I will go to the store and try it out the max I can. But I will try to get my hands on it day 1 or 2. So let's see what happens. And of course, before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And this was Tech Streamer talking to you here. Bye.